It's very common to connect your TriCaster to a network. This is important for bringing in NDI sources or other IP video formats, connecting some control surfaces, or streaming your output. Let's take a look at the network connections found on your TriCaster system. Here we can see the back of TriCaster Minis and rack mount style TriCaster systems. And what you're looking for are the RJ45 ports. And there's a couple different kinds that you can find that will designate the maximum speed of that port. Now, 1 gigabit should be the minimum you use for any kind of connectivity. But if you find black Ethernet ports, these are going to be 1 gig Ethernet. So you can just plug these into a 1 gig network and use them. If your TriCaster has a blue colored Ethernet port, that one does support 2.5 gig Ethernet. Now it'll run at 1 gig as well, but if you happen to have a higher speed gigabit Ethernet interface, you can plug it in and use it at that higher speed. And some TriCasters have a 10 gig Ethernet interface. That will be the one surrounded by this white silk screen on the back of the unit. Now these will run at slower speeds as well, so you could use it as a 1 gig or even as a 2.5 gig interface, but they do support all the way up to 10 gigabit Ethernet. I also want to mention that some TriCaster units, like the TriCaster Minis, have antenna jacks for Wi-Fi, but these are not intended to be used for production. And in fact, the Wi-Fi in these units is disabled by default. You should be using wired Ethernet for any kind of connectivity to a computer network.